Hi everyone, Greg Miller again, and just talking a little bit today about reasons why I invest in special situations. Check it out. Hey everyone, this is Greg Miller from Spinoff Investing Simplified. I'm your host here at Spinoff Investing Simplified's YouTube channel, and I appreciate you stopping by and taking a look around. If you appreciate this video or any of the others, please subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you along. We also appreciate your comments, and smashing that like button helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. We sure appreciate your time with us and hope you enjoy this video. Thanks a bunch. Sometimes it's good to pause and review where you are in your investing process. And today I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to share with you the top 10 reasons why I study and invest in special situations. Check it out. Here we go. Number one, first and foremost, I like to do the work of analysis. Now, this isn't just special situations specific, but this is something that I like to do normally. And I find that the special situations analysis is kind of interesting to do, and it has a little bit of flair and excitement to it that is a little bit different than other types of long-term investing. Special situations, number two, it forced me to be more objective with my investing. And I liked that objectivity. I like to maintain a set of objectivity with myself in my own life and also with the people around me. And the situations that I invest in through special situations cause me to remain objective, or force me to be more objective with what I'm doing. Number three, I want to understand what is going on in the world around me. Interestingly enough, I have noticed the more that I get into special situations that they are usually associated with one where sometimes the industries are having some difficult times, like oil and gas industries right now. A couple of years ago, it was some of the tech companies. When I first got exposed to them, it was HP was a printer company, and it was in a declining industry. It still is. But I wanted to understand a little bit more about what was going on in the world. And the more and more that I read spin-offs and tender offers and all of these different special situations, I start realizing that there are certain areas in the world where things are going to be, how shall we say it? Things are in transition. Going back to number two and how I try to be more objective, this is also where I think that a lot of the smart money on Wall Street spends its time, because they are identifying where the right places to be for the next decade are, instead of what's failing right now. So it's interesting to observe, it's interesting to watch, and it's really interesting to be a part of. I've learned a lot about myself. This is my fourth reason why I invest in spin-offs and special situations. But I've learned a lot more about myself by investing in these situations. I learned about how I fear things. I've learned about how I can calm my fears. I've also learned about how I can approach things with, number two, that more objective perspective, and how I can clean off some of the more rough portions of my personality when it comes to investing. So it's actually been a really good experience for me as I've gone through these last several years of special situation investing, and understanding myself and understanding what kind of benefits will come to me from that. Some other observations and reasons why I invest in spinoffs. Number four, number five is I like to be in good company. And I think that Buffett and Greenblatt are probably two of the most iconic members of this area where people have spent time in special situations, but they're not the only ones. Maurice Schiller, for example, he's one of them that I have spent a lot of time reading, and you can see the progress that he has had in his own special situations investing in the books that he wrote. I find that the ones that I read about, they're really quite interesting people. Sometimes they can be quite technical in the way that they do things, and very, very not how shall I say this? They're very, very focused on the numbers, and that's a good thing. That helps people understand the exactness and the preciseness that has to happen. I find these special situations extremely interesting. It's probably the most one of the most interesting things that I've seen lately was the tetraphase tender offer, where you have 3 different companies that have all been battling over this company, and they're just trying to get it because they know, as pharmaceuticals, that this is their opportunity to be in existence over the next 5 to 10 years. And the special situation is where you get to see it, and it's hardly even talked about on the news. And this is interesting stuff. It's not really things that are on front page of the Wall Street Journal, but it's interesting enough to identify and understand. Another extremely interesting special situation that I've watched lately is the American Outdoor Brands spinoff from their parent company, Smith & Wesson Brands Incorporated. And that has been an interesting one, more because I'm just interested in firearms, given my past experience with the military. But it's interesting to view how the company has underperformed as they have tried to move away from their core business. And then if you do some comparison with Ruger, which is another company that manufactures firearms, and they've been staying with that for years, and Smith & Wesson has just been like, oh, well, we're going to get away from it because we want to diversify our problems, or away from our difficult business, the sin stock, as some people might call it. But it's really been interesting to watch both of those 2 situations and see how the different companies have reacted and done throughout that special situation time. I see the ability to calculate and mitigate risk extremely attractive or romantic, as Marie Schiller says. It's attractive to me to be able to put in $1,000, $10,000, and then pull out the money that I originally put in there, and then have the opportunity for potential return above and beyond that with limited risk to my initial investment. If I can continue to do something like that, I can just see that as being an opportunity to just basically make a risk-free return of 10, 15, 20, 30, almost the sky's the limit, you know. And then finally, I like to get feedback that allows me to improve my results. Now, one of the things that helps people get better feedback and get better at what they do is if they can get feedback in a relatively quick turnaround. If you can get feedback that tells you, hey, you're going in the wrong direction, and you get it in 3 months, or you get it in 3 years, versus it takes 20 to 30 years, then that helps you become better at the craft that you're working on. And I like to get feedback that allows me to improve my results. And this is one of the things that special situations provides me. It allows me to improve those results because I see the feedback in a relatively short period. Now, my relative short period is probably different than others, but my relatively short period is within 5 years is typically what I'm looking at. Sometimes it happens much quicker, but usually it's about 5 years where I expect things to show me whether or not I made the right choice. So interesting. All right, 8 and 9 are talking a little bit about personal wealth building. So the 9th reason why I like to invest in special situations is I believe that at my level of wealth, the benefits are scalable for a significant amount of time. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I think that this particular type of investing will be something that I will be able to do most, if not my entire life. And so why should I spend time focusing on things that I want to, or that I need to do beyond that, if I can make it relatively risk-free, this is my wealth building vehicle. And I see that, and that comes into my 10th reason. I see special situations as one of the many roads to wealth. It's not the only road to wealth, but it is one of my chosen roads to wealth. And like I said, I'm not a millionaire, not a billionaire, but I think that as I get better at this, that my possibility of getting to both of those numbers is still out there. And for someone that's in their early 40s, I think that's a pretty significant experience or significant thing to be able to say. So anyway, guys, I sure hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have your own reasons for investing in special situations, I would love to hear them. You can do a top 10 format just like I did. Talk about the top 10 reasons why you like to invest in special situations. Or just talk about the 1 or 2 reasons why you would do it. Share it in the comments below. I would love to hear your comments and understand why it is that you like to personally invest in special situations. The other side of it is, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscribe button. You can turn on notifications as well. It gives you an opportunity to hear when I create these videos. I usually try to get them out on Mondays, but that may not always be the case. And I always want to make sure that my subscribers get to hear my voice from time to time. With the other thing that I would like to do is, if you liked this video, let me know by liking it, so that I can continue to create content that is relevant to what you're looking for. So anyway, thanks a bunch for watching, and I am certainly glad to have you along for the ride. Good luck with your special situations investings, guys. As we finish up, we have one final note for you. This video was made for educational purposes only. Any companies mentioned in this presentation were discussed for educational purposes only. Discussing such companies and the specifics about them is for illustrative purposes only, and not a solicitation to purchase them. We recommend that you conduct your own research and identify why you might want to own the company yourself before you commit any funds. We also recommend that you seek the services of a financial advisor that has considered your situation as your fiduciary. May your education here grow your knowledge, improve your personal investing performance, and give you the confidence to take control of your future. Thanks.